breathe, breathe in the air, set your intention, breathe with care. Tomorrow's a new day for everyone. A brand new moon, a brand new sun. You know this song? You know it? Yo, what's alive?
It's a good question.
Uh-huh.
For me, I'm obsessed right now with the concept of building an intentional life.
Okay.
I realized that life always happened to me. Everything was kind of completely out of my control. I was just completely driven by desire, by circumstances, by society, and then I think you can only realize that once you look back and see how different life is actually when you start building it, like with intention. That's what's alive for me right now.
Okay. What's building a life with intention?
What is it?
Yeah, what does it mean?
I think it's realizing that every decision, every tiny decision, has a real impact on what you do. I always think about it as you're here and you make a small decision like drinking your morning coffee or not, having breakfast or not, answering to that call, checking your phone, any tiny detail. And that when you do it without intention, then suddenly you end up here in a life that just like doesn't belong to you at all, and you're like, fuck, like how do I go back to like where I'm supposed to go? I'm just so fucking far from home. And I think that's what happened to me. I was just suddenly like very far and very angry, and then the way back is long and it's scary, and you have to, like blow up your life to come back to where you think you belong, whatever that is. And now it's like, okay, how do I build again? But from intention and from every decision being important, knowing that everything I do will take me to different ways. Just for me, I decide to drink a coffee when my body doesn't want a coffee, but I just do it because it's 10 in the morning and I have to. And then I'm a bit anxious. And if I'm anxious, then most likely I'm not going to work the same. I'm going to end up talking to someone or texting and then going for dinner with someone, and life just then there is a right turn when it wasn't supposed to be. So that's what I'm really like into right now. Trying to make every decision very intentional, which is fucking hard.
Okay. Where are you succeeding and where are you failing in being intentional?
Good question. I think right now I'm mainly succeeding thanks to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guilty as charged. No, I'm just kidding. It's on you. Yeah.
You're a big part. You're a big part of my success right now. I think I've done a huge work on doing that. But something like my pleasures and instant desires and not following up with my word was something that I always felt like the lack of control was something that has always been very latent on me. And since we're here and you've been helping me out to understand how to take care of my body through exercise and through more routine and through being more efficient with my time, I feel more in control of my, I would say, desires and more and pleasures somehow.
Okay.
So that's what's the most difficult thing for me to do, I guess. I think I've always been like, okay, I want sex, let's have sex. I want drugs, I want alcohol, I want to eat, and I've gained 20 kilos, and then and there was a point in my life in which I said, like, I'm just a very self-indulgent person, and that's what I am. And I was like, let's accept yourself fully and just be a self-indulgent person forever, which I think it works. Like, self-acceptance is super important. Know what you have inside and not play against it, and not just feel super shameful or guilty or whatever for it.
Right.
But then there is a point at which is like, am I like a hostage from myself? And I think right now it's like the first time in my life that I feel way more in control of those impulses. So that would be, I think right now, my biggest win. Yeah. And the most difficult thing? Same. I mean, I think right now it's just the same point. It's just hard for me to be more efficient, more intentional with these desires, but I feel I'm winning right now.
What are you winning?
Integrity.
Integrity.
Yeah.
What does that mean for you?
I think I'm being very coherent with what I want, who I want to be, and that makes me proud. Yeah.
And who do you want to be? Who do you want to be?
And then I'm not sure. It changes a lot, but this person that I'm becoming, like, I'm attracting always beautiful people around. I'm fucking in love with what I do, with my job, which I never thought that would happen. I'm having way more intentional relationships, not just like dating around and all around everything. And so that person that I'm becoming right now, and that loves serving and working to help others, that's the person. Yeah, that's the person that I want to be. And I think, like, if right now this is happening, it's just it's gonna become every time more myself. I don't really know exactly the form, but
I mean, for me it sounds like you already are the person you want to be. No?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on the process of becoming is also essentially the result, right? You can never reach the result except for here right now. You don't want to get to the peak of the mountain. You want to enjoy the journey up to the mountain, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So congratulations. Okay, so we're done. You are enlightened, I presume.
No, it's a good moment, but from this moment exactly it starts a big conversation on this. Like, we meet so many people in Bali, for example. You know, we're all most likely went out of the system somehow. We're not mostly like traditionally employed, or many people have ended long relationships or engagements or a lot of traditional way of living, but still talking around, many do not feel really fulfilled, and it looks like an eternal hunt or search for something which is deeper. What do you think that is?
The eternal hunt of the deeper thing.
Yeah.
I think it's meaning, and I think meaning, if I were to say something about that, is probably more to do with belonging, like it's belonging in reality, right? To some degree, why do a lot of people align with religion, for instance, and different religions? Because I think essentially it gives you a cohesiveness, like a section of society where you're like, here I can breathe a little bit, I can breathe out. So I think we're all looking for that sense of belonging, that sense of meaning.
Belonging to a group, you mean, or belonging to what?
Belonging to a group, but also belonging to ourselves, like belonging to this like the essence of being human. If you accept me for who I am, aren't I more relaxed then? Am I not more able to then be who I truly am? Right? So it's like that safety, I imagine is like a big foundational key there, right? I can only speak for myself. Right now we're in Bali, and for me Bali feels safe. And it feels like in that safety I can move into a place where I'm like more myself. I'm like, oh, okay, don't have to be that, I don't have to do that, I can be this. And in that there's this belonging, sense of belonging, right? And in that sense of belonging, the sense of meaning, the sense of, oh, what is the expression that wants to come out, naturally comes out rather than forcibly so, right? And to continue on that point, I imagine for myself as well that the surge of meaning is also in a sense imbued on us. It's not our own, but something that is almost projected on top of us as a thing that we should have. At least that's how I've felt. I should have a meaning. I should have a purpose. Because someone's told me essentially that I should have a meaning, I should have a purpose. And so my own current reflection on this is very much connected to like, do I want to have this meaning? Like, do I want this? Do I want to, like, what is relevant for me right now? And I think that goes along the lines of what you're talking about in terms of like, what kind of life do I navigate, right? Like, how do I want to just appear? And you just want to appear by following those urges, right? Like the things that are coming to you naturally. And before we started recording the podcast, we talked a little bit about this space of being obsessive about something. And when I observe you, for instance, I so clearly see this obsessiveness and this energy that just comes from the space of you choosing yourself and being in that safe space that allows you to just bloom in that, right? And it's so clear when you're doing that, and it's so clear when I'm doing that, and I'm noticing it also, I'm doing the same thing, right? I'm being obsessive about working out and like playing with improv right now, and like those two things, for instance, for me are just allowing me to surge with so much energy, right? So I think that's like the core aspect of what I'm observing in that.
You said something very interesting, and is because meaning and purpose now has become like even a trend, no? Somehow, or maybe forever. I don't know if it's now or it's always been, because I think it's something that has been taught for like always. But
well, we've been alive at least. Yeah, it's like bombarded with this, like they have this meaning.
I was talking to this guy like almost a year ago, and I was telling him what I like do with human design and this, and I talked about potential, and he was like, "Fuck potential! I hate potential. Like I've been told since I'm a kid that I have so much potential." I know I have so much potential. He was like, I know I'm a really smart person, and I just love living like this, and I want to reach my highest potential. And I was like, oh, that's
Did he say that he wanted to live this? No.
That he didn't. That since he was in school, people were telling him that now he has a very good job, and they were like, his boss would be like, hey, like, like you could be the boss here. You have so much potential, and he's like, no, I want to be that boss. I love music, I love being a DJ, I love someone, like, I'm great just where I am. And it's interesting to like, do we need to reach our highest potential? Do we need to find meaning? Is it a proportion of society that wants it, some others not? Is it living numbed versus, like, a numbed life versus a meaningful life? Like, I mean, for me, now it's kind of a mandatory thing to find it, because I just find it so fucking amazing what I'm feeling right now, that it can change in a couple of months or in a year. I don't know, this state, I don't think it's necessarily like forever, or even, like, it doesn't have to grow exponentially or anything. But it does feel very different to feel it inside, like this passion and this like deep potential, like tapping into the potential than before. So yeah.
It's interesting you say that. I'm coming from a perspective right now where potential has been similar to what that guy described, probably a curse in many ways, like seeing so many potential paths. It's been like overwhelmed by the amount of paths, like which one do I choose, and realizing, and this is very recent for me, realizing that instead of looking at these potential paths, being first and foremost very ready to kind of throw them out, like this one I don't want it. It's like being a little bit more like with the brooms, cleaning it up, and then the other part is trying to understand my filter in regards to these directions, right? So of course there's a billion opportunities for everyone, but for me it's just like it's so clear right now that what I actually need is to understand, well, based on all the things that I actually enjoy, like the things that give me energy, if I'm actually finding this fun, if that's true, then maybe perhaps number one, that's something I should follow. And that's like, for instance, I know that that's coming from Martha Beck, that I find very inspiring. What Martha Beck talks about is finding the fun, like following the fun, following the thing that gives you energy, and that goes a long way in terms of like the way I see it as well. I'm realizing more and more, like, okay, what are the things that are actually giving me energy, and just what are the things that are then connected to my values, for instance, understanding where am I right now in this season of my life, so I can zoom it out and understand more deeply, like these things are actually tangible for me to actually work on, rather than going off and shooting into the far distant future where this idea, this potentiality is almost becoming a curse because there's so much potentiality, and there's this fun idea that I've thought a little bit about, which is essentially this: you can have a surplus or a negative of action. So if you have too many potentialities, if you have too many ideas, you're essentially overwhelming the system of action. So you can't produce anything, right? Like the production capability of yourself, like the thing they actually want to achieve, all of these things become too bland because there are almost too many of them. So to be intentional about understanding, okay, what actually qualifies as something that is valuable to do is super vital in order for me at least to do the thing that feels meaningful.
And that exactly what you just say is something that we touched on 1 or 2 weeks ago. I don't remember, but it was a very beautiful conversation. It was actually the day that I think we understood that we're very aligned on how we were approaching life. And it's finding that North Star and that container of who I am, what my values are, what do I really care about, what are non-negotiables to myself, how do I get to this way in which I can like be my most authentic, boldest version, non-apologetical version. I don't know what we are gonna need to find a good term for this. But we both agreed that was like what being intentional meant, to build a life truly aligned with this, with what I am, what I'm not, and where I'm heading, and then really put all of your effort, like honesty, energy towards that path, and then also trusting the outcome. Like you just put all the seeds in there, like be your best version, whatever that looks, your most honest one as well, and then from there it's like, okay, then let's see what I attract and how things end up going.
Yes, I completely agree. And fuck, I completely forgot my train of thought. Aye, but it was a good one. Oh well. Perhaps this should be a cliffhanger for our next episode, which we'll find out when that comes out. Right? Thank you, Maria.
Thank you, Simon. See you soon.
See you soon.
What do you think?